Now, if you've been watching my channel, notice that I am kind of going into DAWless, but I am also an avid DAW user, mostly Logic. However, with DAWs, sometimes the music makes feel like a little bit mechanical. I wanted to solve that problem with two main features in Logic. So yes, let's try to make some beats and let's check this out. Now in this video, I will mainly talk about features, not necessarily techniques. Although I guess we can pick some techniques here and there. But the feature that I'm talking about is mostly note repeat and random velocity. I think these features exist in other DAW. So I guess to get the groove kind of started, let's try to make some beat. Real simple stuff, I guess. I had this this little thing earlier. I'm not really liking this though. So one thing about this is that I kind of like the clap. I kind of like that clap, so I like to kind of use that. So the first feature in Logic is the random velocity. Have some sort of shaker. I would like to have some kind of very static notes, but like this, it doesn't really sound very good. So let's try something. So let's say I have these notes right here. I'm just going to quantize them. They don't really sound that good just like that. So what I'm going to do is in Logic, you go to Function, MIDI transform, and then random velocity. Now there are different functions here: fixed velocity, random pitch, and stuff like that. Even something that combines them, or humanizer, which this is kind of a very cool feature. Humanizer kind of combine random velocity and moves the notes. But I would just try random velocity for this one. So for this, there are few sections, but the most important section is the operation on selected events. So I have 127 is the maximum note velocity, and 40 is the minimum. I think for me, usually I like to put it like 80, 100, because I don't want to have like a note that is very quiet. But let's say 40, between 40 and 127. And then I do select and operate. So my note velocity changes. Now this sounds cool, but there is this one single note that is too loud. But I can try this again. Let's say select and operate again. And then the color changes again. Still there's some very loud notes. So I guess the closer to red the color is, the higher the velocity. And then the lower, I guess it gets to purple, I think is the lowest, or yeah, purple. Then the lower the velocity. I like this one a little bit better because there is some sort of balance in there. The highest note is like here, and the highest velocity notes, there are only two of them. And then there is not a lot of velocity that kind of dips really low. And also the notes are kind of spread out, so yes. So let's continue the beat, I guess. Now let's add some musical stuff, because with this there is not a lot of context, so let's try to add something. Now there is this guitar sample that I always like in Logic. It gives like that 2000-ish feel. So let's figure out some notes, I guess. Okay. Okay, so I like this. And I messed that up. This was the first take, but I'm not really feeling, because I think it's too fast. So let's try to give some room, I guess. Alright, so I added this little violin. It's kind of cool. It adds that kind of 2000-ish vibe. But I think there is too much release, so let's reduce the release a little bit. Alright, so that's cool. Now let's go to the next one, which is note repeat. Now usually in some sort of ways, maybe you want to kind of repeat the hi-hat. But let's try to repeat percussions. And then in Logic, at least in Logic, you can find the note repeat on the toolbar and then note repeat. Now when you have note repeat open, it allows you to choose from different kind of styles of repeat. Let's say kind of the more regular, the 1/8 and 1 2 6 2 5 6. But I'm kind of interested in triplets because I think triplets gives a kind of a more interesting vibe. So let's hear it. I like the triplet, but I don't like this sound. Let's try something else. As you can hear, they're not very good. They're kind of very loud. So let's do again random velocity, and let's see if I can come with something cool. So the first couple notes are kind of cool. So I can, let's say I can cut this, but let's do another one. Yeah, this is the better one. Kind of, the notes are very spread out, the velocities. Let's find another synth. Have the perfect synth in mind. A little bit lower, I guess. Let's record this. Let's rearrange this a little bit. Some notes are off the grid. Let's process this a little bit. So let's add some chords, I guess. Some rotary cabinets. And let's add a little bit of EQ on the guitar, because the low end is kind of very audible. So little percussions here and there. Let me rearrange this because it's in the wrong spot. And let me add a kick. Now I would like a kick that is very kind of very heavy, very loud. I think I have the right kick in mind. That's too loud. Oh yes. Yes, that kick. Yes, another little sample. Or is it two? We're really going on this 2000 vibe, man. Let's find a bass. Surely some sort of 808, yes. There seems to be a little too much distortion. I don't know if it comes from the kick or the bass. Yes, that's the bass. Let's add some more violins. That sounds a little sad. Something like that. Alright, this is This is a little beat. As far as the drum, it will, I guess, will sound like this. Yes. So yes, those little features definitely help, like random velocities, and then the note repeat makes the whole process a little bit easier, and there is kind of a human feel. As far as this beat, I really like this. This is kind of very nostalgic, I guess, for me at least, like 2000-ish. There is those little strings that I can't really get. There is something wrong with them, but I can't really pinpoint right now. But as far as the groove, the layers, I really like this beat, man. Like I said, there are other DAWs that has these, but in Logic it's just right here. But yes, that's all. Thank you for watching, and then I'll catch you on the next one.